What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I'm here to get sweaty, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun while I do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the deck I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are lowest for singles and full sets, including new releases. Compendium of Rathe singles are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then message Hemel to see what he can do for you. Using the data command will produce a link to Fablazing.com, the best source for deck list, matchup, and tournament data. Do you have too much money? Give some of it to me. Custom channel tokens, as used by 2025 US National Champion and World's Philadelphia Top 8 competitor Majin Bay, are available on my Ko-Fi. And you can spam the coolest emojis in chat by becoming a member of the channel. Now sit back and get cozy because the stream begins now. There we go. Good morning, everyone. I keep pressing the wrong button on OBS. Hello, it's me, Lupine Fiasco, here to play Arakni Slip Through the Cracks for you. Talishar got a facelift. Let's, what are you doing here? Can I not see... Oh, there we go. Like, can I not see open games anymore? Interesting. Yes, we are wearing ninja cosplay today. Here we go. Valda on Thursday. Doing Valda on Thursday, for sure this time. Not that I've ever promised to do Valda and not done it. No, so this Slippy list is made by a member of Team Metal Fab Tokens. He was thinking of bringing it to Yokohama, and then this hero, Arakni Marionette, is one of the most popular heroes in the format, and we didn't want to do that anymore. I feel like it's not supposed to be black tech, but I'll put it on. So there were two reasons that he didn't play it. One was Arakni Marionette. The other was Victor Goldbane. Marionette, as you know, if you've ever played this matchup or seen it played out, is just not good for Slippy. Marionette has 2 hero powers and Slippy only has 1, and especially with more recent Marionette lists prioritizing stealth attacks, Marionette just gets to use the hero power even better. Like when it was the dagger focused list, like, yeah, they could maybe do some cute things with Calicera, or like, ooh, they get to flick Kiss of Death, and they might not have gotten to do that before. But with them playing Mark of the Black Widow, and especially Meat Madness, this matchup is very bad. And there's, like, you can win as Slippy, but you really do need to kind of just high roll, or they need to low roll. Like, you're not going to get there by just playing, like, I don't want to say fair flesh and blood, but you need something to happen. You need something to go well for you in order to win this matchup, which is bad. The other one is Victor Goldbane. Oh, especially when they just flip into Orb Weaver, and then we draw not a good hand of cards. I mean, I'm still gonna do the Codex. Be really nice if I had a stealth attack in this hand. Remember when I said that things have gone terribly if I actually have to pitch to a dagger? Well, here we are. Victor Goldmane is also very bad. You know what? I'll put a counter on the thing. I'll push a little more damage this turn. Victor did not used to be as bad as he is now, and then lists started running Trounce again. And now between Trounce and especially Test of Iron Grip, the matchup is not good. It got much worse than it was. And Marionette, Victor, two of the three highest represented decks in Yokohama. I think it was the right call to not bring Slippy, but oh, you're late. But it is a very cool deck, and I'm sad that it didn't. You know, you're all late. Needed any of these stealth attacks, and that turn would have been really cool. This is 5 go again. The problem with my hand is that it isn't great. It means I'm probably just blocking. To block 6 here, have shelter for a possible reaction, or like leave no witnesses. I could also block with Whispers and Shelter. I kind of want to get hit to not be marked, but because I have an arsenal, there's a 66% that Marionette hits something. If I do this line, then I am on like Spinneret, Meat Madness, Flick a Clave, Play Lobotomy, Arsenal, and Meat Madness. If I make this block, I'm on Meat Madness, Flick a Clave, Play Lobotomy, Arsenal, Shelter. That's probably the better line. And this even plays around T-Tox. Why was Valda such a low rep at Pro Tour? Valda's a level 2 pick as far as I know, trying to counter the top decks, but harder to play than the top ones to be good. So Valda, like, how's your Acilio matchup? I know your Marionette matchup is not good. Is your Acilio matchup better? Because I gotta think that if your Acilio matchup is also bad, then like, what are you doing? I will get hit by this. And I will banish a card from my hand. We're gonna banish the Shelter. I wanted to lose my mark, is why I got hit by that. All right, so now I'm gonna take the same line that I took before. Opponent does not have an arsenal, which means that my Meat Madness is less impressive, but I still get a block out of them, which is cool. I'm still gonna flick because I want to turn on my Lobotomy. Is it very good? Then I don't know. I would have thought that there would be more Valda then as a counter to Acilio and Victor, but I think Topat is probably on it, where it's just a harder deck to play. Like, just play the better deck. And these hands are a little iffy. Marionette here does not have text, so only for the action phase. So we've got the Calypso coming in first. Whatever the follow-up is, I will be marked. Okay, never mind, it's just 7. I'm like, whatever it is, the next stealth attack is not going to have go again. Won't have the +1 and won't get go again. Never mind. So we are going to do a cool thing, assuming that Marionette does not have Shelter from the Storm. So we hit, oh wait, I needed to do this differently. I need to flick the Clave. Wait, this doesn't matter. Sorry. It doesn't matter because I'm hitting. I flick the Orbitoclast. Only works if I lead with the Lobotomy, which I could have done, which I should have done, to do the Meat Madness. But I was gonna play Lobotomy, get my dagger, find Meat Madness from my graveyard, would take up the mantle. I was supposed to... Right, so I was supposed to lead with the lobotomy, flick the clave. My thing was then I lose the lobotomy text getting an orbitoclast. Arakni had the inertia trap. I fortunately had the take up the mantle, which just works. So I don't get to keep an arsenal. I don't get to set up the take up. But Black Widow now doesn't have text, which is kind of cool. Still, Jesus. Still a double saver turn. We are going to attempt to stop this. I'm not going to give more than the Whisperers here. Okay, T-Tox is going to get there. So... I still think I'm playing a single sync. I'm not going to sync, though. We just get double savered because that's a thing that should happen. Into Meat Madness, this one I'm going to sync. If they get orbitoclast, if they get lobotomied while they're Black Widow, they stay Black Widow. And then they don't get the hero power. Lobotomy is only active during their action phase, so the Return to the Brood is an end step ability. So they would return to the Brood. It's the same with anything that happens in the action phase. So like if you lobotomy a Vincent, she still gets her beginning of turn banish, create a rune chant. She doesn't get her, you can pay a life when you play a shadow action to make your next rune chant unpreventable. This game is going really poorly. Remember when I said that you kind of have to high roll or they have to low roll? Neither of those things have happened. In fact, I have both low rolled and my opponent has high rolled. And by high rolled, I mean they had double snatch with Go Again into Codex of Frailty. Find Meat Madness. These cards are all bad. I think I am going to... This doesn't super matter. I'm just going to Crown of Providence something here. I guess I don't need to. It's only Meat Madness for 3. So I guess I'm going to grab Pain in the backside. I kind of need them to just brick, which they did not. I mean, I guess of the cards that they could have hit with the Meat Madness, I was happier with the Pain in the backside. How does this deck get over D-React Pile Turtle decks? It does not. But the thing with it being a decent pick for Yokohama is D-React Pile Turtle decks aren't good in the format right now. Like, Fatiguades doesn't really exist. Riptide doesn't really exist. It was very much a meta call because the decks that like really dump on Slippy aren't good right now. Like D-React piles lose to Acilio and Victor. So yeah, if your local meta is like a bunch of really a bunch of just turtle up, super defensive heroes, I'm just going to die. This may surprise you. This game is not winnable from this position. Turns out when your opponent is hitting almost 15 value a turn with Disruption, that's pretty hard for me to beat. I'm told this loses to Gravy. I don't know if that's true. I don't think it's necessarily true. I don't think it's as true as you think it is, Rose. Oh, the ultra defensive decks, yes. The ultra defensive decks do also lose to Gravy. It was very much a meta call. My teammate would have brought it if Victor wasn't as popular as he is and wasn't playing Trounces. Like back when Verdance was a real deck, I mean a legal deck, Slippy was much better. So I'm going to play this matchup out. This one is also not as bad as you might think it is. I thought that Yarl was like unwinnable because if they ever play a Channel Lake Frigid, like you just don't really have things to do into that. Surprisingly, this deck still like pitches kind of okay. I'm not 100% on the sideboarding for this. I'm going to board up to 67. But like, I'm not afraid to pitch here. No, a hero that gives 15 value per turn. Who could it be? Really rocking my mind. No, not my Flip. Wow. Our opponent was really doing imposing visage. No, not my Flick Knives. I'm going to maybe need that. Which means I'm probably blocking with Spike. I want to get this Death Touch into my graveyard. This opening hand is not incredible. I think I'm going to block with Spike and just hedge on not drawing a stealth attack, even though I really should. Hey, we did. We even drew the good one. I guess sadly, quote unquote, our opponent doesn't have an arsenal. I like that they didn't get to keep an arsenal. I don't like that my Leave No Witnesses has no target. Yeah, Fiddler's Green there is pretty good. I do not need a counter on my Vest. Had a game against a Slippy where I had to play allies from hand 3 turns in a row and was bricking for the first half of the game, and I still won because I know how to play against him. I'm not familiar with the gravy matchup on this Slippy deck. I know this one can block very well. And I would probably also be playing, not 67. I don't mind getting a Fiddler's Green, actually. I would not be playing 67, but I would definitely not be playing 60. I'd probably play 63. Is this hand good? It's kind of okay-ish with the Channel Lake Frigid. I am blocking the Shield Beater, and I think this line is just Meat Madness pitch, Razor's Edge it. Well, 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 if it ain't the good old 0 for 6. That one was technically... Yeah. I guess it's always 0 for 6 if you're shredding something. Opponent has seen 2 double fuse. It's back to Slippy. I don't know if I'm on Slippy like 100%. My teammate was going to play this in Yokohama and then decided not to and gave me permission to play it on stream. And I know Slippy does have a following. I think this list is probably the most solid that Slippy can be. Didn't even flick the Kiss of Death. Well, that's because I forgot. That's because I forgot that I should have flicked the Kiss of Death. Well, if our opponent wins it too, then I know that I should have won. Meat Madness hits the only bad one, of course. My opponent's Meat Madness in the last game. Ooh, this is a hand of cards. All right, this is in fact aggressive Yarl. The mid-range Yarl. All right, Channel Lake Frigid is not sticking around. I do want to play the Sink Below, which means I'm going to have to block with something. It's probably Codex, pitch take up, play Sink, sink the Codex. I'm so smart. Hey. Well, the great thing about seeing the Kiss of Death here is that I can't forget to flick it because I can't flick it. I get to do the thing. Actually, if this hits, I could Blood Splattered Vest it and then play Death Touch. It's not going to hit. Play Codex, pick up Leave No Witnesses, play Leave No Witnesses. Definitely not at its best here, but don't want to see the misplays with Valda Thursday now. I have not played Valda before. There will 100% be misplays. You're out of your mind if you think I'm not going to misplay on Valda. Hey, that's a decent arsenal. I don't mind seeing Codex of Frailty here. This hand does probably block with Mark. This hand does a few interesting things, so I can just like fully convert the hand with Spinneret and Creep. I could also like block with the Creep so that the Orb Weaver goes on a better card. I could like Infiltrate, flick a Clave, play Spinneret, send Mark. I think I keep the hand and I get to do this anyway. I get to do Creep, which gives Infiltrate go again. Yeah, we're just taking 4 here. I don't think I'm Codexing this turn. I don't need to. I could, but I don't need to. It's going to be Creep into Infiltrate, flick Clave, close Chain, play Spinneret, send Mark for 6. Because the thing with Creep says I just can't close the chain now. I can't close the chain after my Creep. I can close the chain after my Infiltrate. Creep is the next attack on the combat, next stealth attack on the combat. Chain gets go again, not in the turn. If it was the turn, it'd be nuts. I could do much cooler lines. This is still going to work the way that I want it to. I do not need to vest here. And then we get to send Mark for 6 and see what our opponent wants to do about this. And we'll just arsenal the Codex. And the nice thing about this deck is that it blocks really well. Almost everything in this deck blocks for 3. So if our opponent's line is like CNC, there's a really good chance that I can cover the 6, send the 2 cards with go again, and then have what am I saying? Codex and Arsenal. The opponent does get to decompose the root bound, but they're not super well set up for felling. There's just the 1 Earth card in here. All right, we've got Shield Beater for 5. I have a Codex and Arsenal that I'd kind of like to play. I think I am maybe not playing it this turn. I can give the Whisperers here to put myself in a position where I've at least gotten the value. I think what I am doing is Meat Madness, Razor's Edging it, flicking a Calicera, and then playing Lobotomy. Which means I might not be looking to Whisperers here. But I don't think it's bad to get my value. Why Balance of Justice? So that I can block 2 without losing my headpiece. I want to be able to block 2 on something with an on hit, but still have the helmet in my head slot so that I don't just get Frostbites whenever the Yarl plays an ice card. All right, opponent does have the 2D reacts. Let's see if our Lobotomy is going to hit. Were you getting my Volva list? I'm getting it from All In Together. Noted Volva player. Tunic is going to be up. I am going to break Whisperers here so that I can Codex Leave No Witnesses. I'm pretty sure my opponent wants to do something with a 3-card hand. It's probably just like CNC Pummel, which they no longer get to do. I did just open up my leg slot, which is unfortunate, but I do have 1 silver, and if I get a 2nd silver from my Leave No Witnesses, then I get to buy my boots back. Am I liking Lobotomy? I think it's great. Lobotomy was a big sleeper for me. When I saw it spoiled, I was like, it was Frostfang Pummel, not CNC Pummel. I was not high on Lobotomy the first time I saw it spoiled. And then I saw it, the first time I saw it in action, I was like, oh, I get it. It's just, it's humble. It's 0-cost humble. That also is a 0 for 4 because it lets you flick. You get to flick knives more. I'm gonna spike with Blood Rot this. I don't need to T-Tox here. I maybe should have, just to get rid of it in case I find another Codex of Frailty, just so that I have my arsenal free. But I don't know. I was kind of playing around Yarl having a D-React. I just get a Stalagmite block. That's great for me. So here's where the T-Tox and Arsenal could be bad if Yarl doesn't block this Meat Madness. We're just getting hit for 5 here, because this hand converts really well. I do not get my Spinneret value with the Calicera, but I still get to send Meat Madness for 6 go again. If possible, I'm going to just dump my T-Tox and Razor's Edge on it, and then play the Codex. Pulse of Isenloft. Okay, this is giving me a Frostbite, which is fine. We still get in for the Meat Madness. Meat Madness hits the hand, which is great. Opponent just passes. That's great. This hand is kind of unfortunate. It's like fine-ish. This looks like a Stalagmite block. I think we are playing the cut through here. We are flicking. Now we're not. Why not flick Orbit in response, activate Vest, and pay so I could swing Codex? Because you are a better player than I am. We do get to block this out. Because I didn't think of that line, which would have been a better one. So this hand just converts, unless Yarl is playing Blizzard, which they very well could be. It looks like they are not. The double sync did come in handy. Yeah, but if I had been able to Codex Leave No Witnesses, I don't think the Oakenold play gets made. This is fine. And then we'll send the Snatch. I maybe should have thought about flicking Orbit on the Black Widow here, so that like this block doesn't get made. The Yarl has to give me more cards because the crumble only blocks for 2. Opponent just ends the turn. So I think my line is going to be Infect, Flick Orbit, Close Chain, play Spinneret, Art of Desire, and Pick Up the Point is just kind of chilling. I kind of want to pay into Pick Up the Point, but I don't really need to. So I think I lead with Pickup. See what our opponent wants to do about this. We'll go ahead and flick the Orbit. I don't need a resource. We'll close the chain. I want the Spinneret on the Infect. And then I will end with Art of Desire Body. Against a different hero, I would be more interested in sending the Art of Desire with the pump, but Yarl is primarily on non-reds. I mean, if it hits, it's all upside, but I'm not expecting it to hit. We get a blue. We get the Channel Lake Fridge, which is pretty nice. All right, Felling coming in. I am not blocking this. I'm gonna bottom Creep. Yeah, we can just bottle Creep. Can you imagine if I had remembered that flick on turn 1 and our opponent was at 5 instead of 7? That'd be pretty cool. Let's come in with Rabble first. I want to see what my opponent is planning to do. Like, if they blizzard me, I don't want to throw the Kiss of Death. Now we'll throw a Kiss. I will remember to flick it this time. That's 3 CNCs out of our opponent. Coming with Pickup, I will not pay. Hear me out, Rabble into Flick Calycera, activate Vest, pick Kiss. Well, I wanted to flick the Kiss. I'm going to put a resource on, I'm going to use my Vest, and I'm just going to get another Calycera in. So if our opponent goes to 2, they are now dead to Flick Knives 2 turns in a row. Send the Infiltrate first with the T-Tox and just get as much out of our opponent as we can. There's the D-React. How well positioned do I think Slippy is? Marionette seems to be at the top. Yeah, so I think that, oh no, Rabble for 2. Warmongers. That's bad. I'm gonna flick the Calycera here. We get the Well-Grounded, that's fine. Still gonna come in with the Cut Through so that our opponent has to give me this last card in their hand. I do not think that Slippy is a good pick in the meta currently, which is what we determined in testing. It's why I'm playing the list now, because our team did not bring it to Yokohama. The Marionette matchup is always bad. We don't have a way to make it good. It's just nature of the beast. How am I doing this? Like, is there a reason to flick the Clave, use the Vest, like pay into Pickup? I don't think there is. Might be, actually. So we go Infiltrate here, flick the Clave, Opponent gets the shelter. That is fine. Still get to do this. I draw the pickup. I can't pay for it, but this is lethal. Opponent blocks. This is lethal. So the reason I did not pitch to the Clave, my thought process was, if I pitch to the Clave, I'm not taking every card in the hand. Because, what was this? Oh, staunch response? Gross. So if I take your line and it's like 4-1-3-3, opponent just goes, was it 4? No, it was 3, right? It was 4. Like 4 gets covered for 4, 3 gets covered for 3, 3 gets covered for 3, 1 gets covered for 2. Yeah, I saw the pickup. My hope was that opponent didn't have the shelter and I'd be able to use the vest, make my last resource, take them to 1 off of the flick, pitch to the silver, draw the pickup, play the pickup, get my dagger back, and then send the bond so I take the hand, put them at 1, and put myself into having lethal. That didn't happen because they had to shelter, but what it meant instead was they gave me the shelter and then died. Because they couldn't get the full value from it. So Slippy was bad in this meta because Marionette is always bad. We can't make it good. Acilio was actually a very good matchup for Arakni. Opponent wants to enable chat. Oh no. This could go one of 2 ways. The Acilio was very good for Slippy because we are disruptive. We're always converting hands. The Acilio, it's very hard for Acilio to combo. What tipped it to our team not playing Slippy anymore was the to play against you, the Victor matchup. Victor was good when they weren't playing Trounces, when Verdance was in the meta. We were much happier with it. With Verdance out of the meta, it just got way worse. Is this a 6D react matchup? Or is this a 3D react matchup? I have no idea. Let's try 3 and see what happens. Yeah, wasn't Eugene's run just nuts? It goes to show, like, the power of a specialist. We're just gonna dump the hand and then say pass. I really don't want to Arsenal at T-Tox. Arsenaling T-Tox is always so sketchy in the, matchups like this. Do you reaction to Rhinar? Aren't you afraid of them rotting in your hand? I think 3 is fine. Sync is generally okay. It's less like, it's less do I want to play a D-React and more what am I playing if not this D-React? And if I'm not playing Sync, then I'm having to play like Codex of Inertia, which I don't think is good in this matchup because Rhinar's generally aggressive enough that I'm like not making his hand worse. This gets go again. I don't think it will have go again. Do I want to block to make sure this hand converts? Or do it, is this a Snapdragon turn? Where I get to go like, I think I'm blocking with Leave No Witnesses, and I'm not looking to snap here. Yeah, Eugene really goes to show, like, if you care enough about your hero, if you really put in the work, you will succeed eventually. Like, Rhinar in general had a good weekend. Eugene in the top 4 of the Pro Tour, Rhinar in the top 2 of the Calling. Diplomacy could be funny. That was my thought, is like, it could be okay. It might not be. He's giving me all of your armor? Jesus. I think they're going for the turn. So we get got by the flesh bag, but as far as banishes go, that was the good one. Snatch and Arsenal is the best card for me to put in the arsenal. And then opponent gave us armor here, so they will have to give us a card for this Leave No Witnesses to protect what I assume is Blood Rush. So the Blood Rush turn is not going to be as bad. Eugene is my Fab Spirit animal, but my equivalent hero of choice is mid-range Yarl. Whoa, incredible. It was a Blood Rush spell. Wow, who could have expected that? We will be blocking with Balance of Justice. The opponent gives us 1. Send my opponent a frowny face, because that was, I mean, definitely what I wanted, but sad brute life. Confirmed not Eugene. Who is our opponent, by the way? Mojo Joji. We're just gonna keep sending these rabbles. What is on top of my deck? A Spinneret? Okay. Yeah, that was not ideal for them. It was not what they were hoping for. So Infiltrate in this matchup could have just been Shelter. This is where I'm like, well, the DRX, what else am I playing if not this? Search your deck for a card, put it into your hand, discard a random card, then shuffle your deck. So Sand Sketch Plan is not going to do anything for me here. I have no way to actually, like, do it. Because I guess I have Death Touch. That's kind of interesting. Trying to think of what getting 2 action points does for me. It would have to be like Codex Snatch. This is the one thing with this deck where it just doesn't always work the way I want it to. So Kiss of Death and Spike with Bloodrot is an incredibly powerful combination of cards that is very hard to pull off. Like, I do need to pitch for it. Because you would think, well, you've got the flick knives. You flick a knife, you get the resource, you play the spike. The problem is, what is this? Oh yeah. So the problem is, I think I'm T-toxing here. I am not going to spike the Kiss. The problem is, if you flick to pay for the spike, then you can't flick the Kiss. And if you want to, like, you also can't rely on the Kiss hitting to pay for the vest, because then you can't, you've already hit. It's a very, like, it's a weird synergy that you, like, want to be good, and it just doesn't work the way you want it to. Oof, we just get the hand? All right. So what am I doing? I'm sending Mark. I'm flicking a dagger. I'm getting a vest resource. It says, so spicy. We go fast. The Rhinar took a bunch of damage and, like, gave me all of the armor to set up the awesome Blood Rush Scabs turn, and then rolled a 1. Like, I don't know how you come back from that, right? Yes. Close the chain, play the Spinneret, attack with the Calicera. We have 4 go again, 3 Codex 4. I mean, this turn is also just sick. Like, this is really showing what the deck is supposed to do. Like, the hands just convert really well. We saw that in the Yarl game. Like, even having to pay through the occasional Frostbite or Channel Lake Frigid, like, the deck just plays really well. Opponent says, well played. Said, I don't know about that. Just didn't have a turn one time. I'll give our opponent the rematch because that was like so painful. The sideboarding seemed fine. Again, like to Topat's point, I don't love the Sink Belows here, but I also don't know what I'm playing if not the Sink Belows. Also got our opponent going first this time, so I'm gonna get intimidated. Hopefully I get to block, because the spike here is, like, this is just an awkward hand of cards. Let's give the spike, I guess? I'm gonna get meat axed too. Nice. That was the one I wanted to block with. So opponent leaks 7 turn 0, which is great, but they don't get an arsenal, which is potentially good for us. Does Eugene ever roll scabs after a blood rush? I don't know. Send the mark. We get the block, which is fine. Send the pain next. We'll send a snatch. If the snatch... There are a lot of cases here where I would just snap the snatch. Opponent has not the best cards in their graveyard. I think I'm just passing though. I don't think I need to snap here. Alright, confirmed that Eugene did scabs after a blood rush. That's pretty good. What am I doing? I could just block more and then have a fine turn with Codex. Do like Pain, Flick, Lobotomy, Codex. Or I could just keep this hand and do Pain, Flick, Lobotomy, Art of Desire, probably snap it. I think there are going to be enough instances where the Art of Desire doesn't work with this, with the Codex. I think this is fine. As far as what I'm codexing for, I don't have great targets. I'm gonna flick a Clave. If my opponent blocks the Lobotomy, then I guess I could grab Mark. And my opponent has to give me another card or armor. If they get hit, then the best one is probably Snatch, just for raw damage. Weirdly, codexing is much worse when you don't have Leave No Witnesses. Close the chain and double on the Lobotomy attacks. I'm just grabbing Snatch. I might snap it here. It'd be nice if I knew what the top card of my deck was before I make that call. Eugene did roll scabs after Blood Rush, but it was only because he had extra action points and Sand Sketch plan, so he had nothing to lose. He ended up rolling a 6. Oof, that's pretty good. Opponent put Show of Strength in the arsenal. This game is going a little better for our opponent. We have definitely drawn a little worse. But if I get armor here, I'm pretty okay with it. Let's go for it. Surely I'm never punished. Imagine not just natty ripping the Leave No Witnesses off the top. Can you imagine not being me? Can you imagine just getting your opponent's flesh bag because they need the value? What a rip. What a rip. We're ripping. He just has it. We're just up. Show strength, go again into... I don't need to block with balance here. We give them infiltrate and keep the meat madness. I mean, this hand is not incredible. Like, this hand currently does not convert. It's just like... I don't know what's coming next. Just like Sash. Oh, it's just Meat Axe. Alright. Have a Meat Madness. Yeah, that was... Thank you, Rose. For anyone else who wants to tell me that I'm a god gamer, because I am... please go ahead and buy the YouTube membership so that you can spam the coolest emotes like telling me I'm a god gamer. I probably should have sent the kiss first just so that I'm representing more T-Tox potential. Opponent knows that they are legally not allowed to block Kiss of Death if I still have T-Toxes in the deck. And then we get to send a little snatch. We're going to remember to flick the kiss this time. Yes, do give me money, just like Caldwell and Rose have. Ian too. I get to draw a spike with Blood Rot, which is potentially good. We'll see. We'll see how that's going to line up. I still have all of my Blood Splattered Vest counters, so there's a good chance. No, that was not one that I wanted to... Ooh, this is less than ideal. Would have liked that T-Tox. Might have to give the spike here. That Intimidate is really bad. Because I kind of need the spike. I like need the art of... Like, if this T-Tox was in my hand, I'm snap like T-Tox, pick up the point, balance. Instead, I might just have to let this spike go. I think I have to let the spike go, unfortunately. Yeah, there were 4 cards in my hand, and I needed specifically any of them but this to be banished. So yeah, I get got there. We'll send the Art of Desire Body first. Gonna go ahead and flick the Orbitoclast. Let's put a stain counter on the vest. I'm gonna buy back our dagger with pick up the point. Now, we're in a weird spot where I'm probably not buying the dagger back. I'm just gonna go Clave, pitch T-Tox. Meat Madness on top. Yeah, that was, oof. That banish was not great. I don't mind arsenaling a sink, though. I think our opponent is going for it. We are just going to do this line. I'm not crazy about it, but not really a great way to convert this T-Tox. Oh, actually... Gonna do one more. All right. Yeah, if our opponent's going to let the Clave hit, then I will use the resource. Yes. Send a pick up the point. Pay for the Clave. I don't have a follow-up here. I do get to put my opponent to 6. Arsenal to sink. This hand is pretty okay. Yep, there's the Blood Rush. God, with the T-Toxes. Stop banishing my T-Toxes. I want to block with them. Oh my god. That's pretty not great. This is the turn. Swing big for 10. Yeah, he's going for it. Or probably... It's just like, how do I want to block this, if at all? I really can't block with Meat Madness anymore, unfortunately. Means I could give Rabble here. Rabble definitely better on offense than defense. I'm just trying to figure out, like, do I die this turn? I think I can give the Rabble. I think I'm in a good enough position. Then I get to do like Meat Madness T-Tox. Oh, I can't play my Codex. Oh, yes, I can. Never mind. I just do this. Like, what do you, I can't play the... Ooh, that's pretty bad. I'm just going to sink. That's pretty bad for Rhinar. There was no 6 in pitch for the Buckwild, so we couldn't finish with the Meat Axe. Did you want to pitch differently? Rabble Madness with T-Tox back up into Codex. No blocks, no way Rhinar has 21 damage. Probably not. I still think it's fine. All right, now they should be okay. I don't know. I don't know the Rhinar well enough. I was like, well, if it's like that Intimidate into Wild Ride, that's rough. Break the balance on the same blocking plan, which is just sink. I don't need to sink. Go to 11. The Meat Axe is going to put us to 4? 3? Pitch the eye to Gauntlets. There you go. One on top, one on bottom. Meat Axe or Beast within is pretty hot. So you take 2. You get a Wrecker. Ugh. It's like your worst one. This is going to put me to 3. This is a Wrecker Romp. Being at 3 is effectively being at 4 against double Reckless Swing. I could give Flick Knives and stay at 5. My line is going to be creep into Meat Madness. One of those has T-Tox support. Into Codex, leave no witnesses. I think I just go to 3. Like, this isn't a Reckless Swing, and I doubt Rhinar's arsenaling it, so they would have to have 2 Reckless Swings, 2 non-attacks. Oh, that doesn't even work. Yeah, we should be okay. And then we still have the Flick Knives to flick. I'm not going to Meat Madness this, or I'm not going to T-Tox this. We're going to T-Tox the Meat Madness. This was what? Show of Strength. You did not block with the Wrecker Romp that I know you have. One says GG. We get him. We get him with the armor. The armor's still up. Not that I think it was wrong for our opponent to not give armor. Spicy brew. Thank you. My team made it. Yeah, I think this list is sick. It just has 2 bad matchups into like the top of the meta. We're doing almost 16 value a turn. Like, oh, they did Arsenal the Wreck Romp. I totally missed that. I don't think that was... I guess they're just digging, right? All right, let's keep it going. Do you think this list is very sick? It's very cool. Use the let me use the deck command if y'all want to scope this list. There's no matchup guide for this list right now, right? Yeah, there's no buttons, but it's generally like you're kind of always playing 3 syncs. You're putting in 2 sets of 2 and 2 sets of 3, unless you're going over 60, which you do in like Guardian, Gravy. Live chat as your screen was stopped. Morning, sir. What happened? Did something break? Did I break something? So the games have been going very well. Your list is sick, except we did get blown up by a Marionette, which you know happens. Am I looking for a game currently? Did Talishar wig out? No, we're still live. Beep boop. Oh no, it's happening again. It's happened. Oh no. I feel like I'm supposed to be on Whisperers in this matchup, and I never want to be. We're supposed to. So are we supposed to be on Warmongers against Marionette? I'll give it a try. I know that's what France was saying. Was like, oh, you can get them with a good Warmongers. I'm like, I personally haven't tried it, and we get hit by Warmongers too. So I'll give it a shot though. Not like this matchup is good no matter what we do. That was our problem with this matchup, is there was no way to solve it. Like anything that Slippy can do to Marionette can do back. The one thing that we get to do that they can't is play Infiltrate. But the problem with infiltrating a Marionette is that half of their deck is dagger reactions, and we don't do that. Oh, but I get him with the turn 0 high roll. It does mean I need to block these claves, though. Because otherwise, if I, like, shelter a clave and then they incision it, I still take damage. Well, I think I'm probably not blocking, and if they have the incision or the T-Tox, then I have Sink Below. All right. Cool. Whatever, man. I mean, I guess I get 3 value out of them because they're not attacking. They don't get the stealth buff, but like, the whole point was that you weren't going to have the Calycera. I am probably snapping here. We're sending Snatch. We're snapping it. I'm hopefully drawing something with Go again. I'm going to hedge on not doing that, though. So I'm going to use my Vest. I'm going to send the Snatch. I'm going to give it Go again. If I draw something that doesn't let me convert the hand, then I will just pitch it to Clave. I would like to arsenal this sink below. If the snatch gets blocked, then I'll just... Like now we just send leave no witnesses. Give me your arsenal. I want it. It's a lot of cards for Marionette to give me. That's not a great hand of cards. It's fine. Sadly, I have to pitch the Orb Weaver or the Razor's Edge to the Calycera, and my Snatch doesn't really have an on-hit, but it's workable. Marionette is signing up to take some damage, and sadly, I can't really punish them for it. Like, I send a 4-card 12, which is not where I want to be. But they were patient. Interesting. Surprised they would block the Snatch and not the, oh my god, with these hands. Well, I've got 2 Sink Belows to bail me out, so... We're definitely using 1. We're going to sink the T-Tox. We find an Infect. Do I think Infect is good enough? I would kind of like to not be marked. But at the same time, this hand is currently Infect, Razor's Edge it, Flick, Calycera, Vest for Spike. So I'm pushing 13 damage and I get to Arsenal a Sink. I think I'm okay with it. I think we're fine to let this go. They don't have great codex options if that's what their follow-up is. This is the nice thing about... Oh, Jesus, Black Widow. This is the nice thing about how some of the Marionette lists are built, like the more dagger-focused ones, just can't really take advantage of my hero power. And then we just dump the hand. Do not use the sink from hand first in case this is a codex. You're probably right. Now we get to play this awful game with Black Widow where I get to decide how much I'm respecting what they're doing. Mark the Black Widow for 3. Currently going to take a card from my hand. If they Black Widow it, then it takes 2. So what I will probably do is give the Kiss. They Black Widow it. I give the Sink. We sink a Kiss of Death. Calycera for 1, I'm fine with that. Please clear my mark. Damn it, they got me. That's fine. I'll just be remarked. Codex for... You get Mark the Black Widow. I am going to discard Pick Up the Point, block with Lobotomy, which means I guess mine is going to be Infect? No, because I'm marked. We'll get Kiss. Discard Pickup. I found the line to attack you again with the dagger. Mark for 3. It's covered by Lobotomy. You're Black Widow, all your shit is gone, so you can't make this bigger. You go to 17, you get an arsenal. I am still marked. This is why I took the kiss instead of something with an on hit, because they're gonna give me their mask to find Black Widow again. I'm gonna get at least one card from them and push 2 more damage. Getting 2 cards here would be pretty cool. Slippy feels very nice against Marionette. Oh, Slippy is not good against Marionette. Our Marionette has not drawn super well. They are also, I think, the wrong build to take advantage of my hero power, but this is not a good matchup. Like, I think we are doing well in this game, but it's very much based on what they've been doing, not what I've been doing. Callisto for 5. If you have T-Tox, that makes this 8 to my 3. So I would need to give Vest here to cover the T-Tox. Which I think I'm fine with. Please don't codex me. Prognosis? Surely you don't hit one of my yellows. There's like 2. That's so unfortunate. That's so tragic. There's 6 yellows in my deck. Oh my god. Oh, that's so tragic. What am I giving up here if I have to banish from hand? Take up the mantle. And then under the take up was a codex, which is like, ugh. That's funny. Oh, it was from hand, the 33%. Our opponent is like, remember when we were drawing the good, when we were doing good things? Yeah, our opponent's really been hitting the nuts so far. They hit one of the 5 yellows left in my deck. They hit the 33% for me to banish from hand. Yeah, better lucky than good. When is it my time to be better lucky than good? Was it ever correct to discard Shelter to cover the missing 1 from the dagger? I did not think it was worth risking that they had a 0 for 3. Live chat not moving on the stream. The fuck? Interesting. Weird. Thank you, everyone, for letting me know. Now I understand what you were telling me. It's still 26-16. We're in a good position. It's just, it's Marionette. The game can turn. They haven't done Kiss T-Talks yet. Like, so far, things are going well. It could turn on a dime. As soon as they start finding their codex leave no witnesses, like, they still need to leave no witnesses in their graveyard. Oh, you're gonna give me a whole ass tunic? I'll take that. This is just Kiss. Will you flick your last clave? So this is going to be 7. What does my hand do? My hand does be kind of bad. Could give 8. How bad is it if I let them draw? I think they're, I mean, they always have the just like pitch to Kallistra, flick a kiss. Otherwise, I could make this block. They will not hit me. And then my line is Rabble, Lobotomy, Meat Madness. I think that's fine. I don't need to sink. This block might be aggressive. Oh, right, because I'm frail. Sending, what is this? 9. I could make it 10 if I wanted to. Lobotomy text is relevant. Which means I am not flicking the Orbitoclast. You blocking is good for me. The amnesia effect here, ooh, ooh. I like that. Our opponent is really committing to the bit. And I guess their hand is maybe not that good, but like, we take those. I do not get my Kallistra value from Spinneret, but I do get to just like send a bunch of damage into a Leave No Witnesses. How many Orbitos? I have 2 Orbitoclasts. Opponent is on the wait for me to brick line, which is not terrible. It's either wait for me to brick or they just aren't finding the hands. I don't know enough about Marionette to know what they're looking for. It's like, this hand seems reasonable, this hand seemed reasonable. Meat Madness here is very bad if they don't, or it's fine if they, the T-Tox is bad if they don't block. Really? All that was just to protect cut from the same cloth? Interesting. There's your Meat Madness. I think this Marionette is playing defensive. They're looking for something, but I don't know what. I think I'm just not supposed to block this. And like save my sync for the next thing. Oh my god, they hit the off the top. We're so up. Opponent does Codex. I don't think you have a Leave No Witnesses yet. Yeah, they just grabbed Meat Madness. Which again, I could just sit on the sink. Marionette is active, so if I block 3, they would have to flick for it. But then they don't have a clave. I think I'm just giving the sink. And am I sinking? Yeah, we're gonna sink a creep. What do I think of the holodeck and if it's fully updated? I don't know anything about holo. I know it's a warrior, which seems bad. We are going to take up into... probably Infect. I think at this point I'm just trying to push damage. I am not going to pay. Yeah, Hala seems fine, except that she's a warrior. Typically a bad class of hero. Alright, let's see what Marionette can do with 2 cards and kind of 3 health. Leave no black tech.
There's no codex. I mean, this is just damage, and my hand converts, so... No, my codex. I have a few options for this hand, depending on my opponent's D-react situation. We've got one under the trapdoor left in deck. There is no trap in here. We have not reached pitch stack, so the inertia and Lair of the Spider that they pitched on turn 0 don't exist currently. You're gonna go for lethal? Okay, they had the Frailty Trap. I still get to potentially leak a point. Lobotomies are gone. We have one Spinneret. No, I have no Spinnerets. So I have no more ways to get daggers. Yep, pickups are gone. I get one more Flick Knives, which I'm not going to use here. Okay. I will take one. The sad thing about this hand is it doesn't really convert, but it'll do. Send an Orbitoclast here. Get a whole ass card. Is that your... No, you should have... Now you have no more Leave No Witnesses. Kiss of Death. With one T-Tox left. I'm at 18, so that's fine. We are currently winning on Fatigue, and we should be winning overall. I get to send 12 here, which should take my opponent's whole hand. If they have 2 blocks left in the deck, then we'll win that way. All right, we got there. Fate Foreseen. What do you have left? Nothing that makes me think that I need to flick this Orbitoclast at you to like try and get you on having a 2-block or a non-attack in hand. It was a 2-block. All right, I mean, we got there. This is a hard matchup. I don't think that that game was indicative of how this matchup usually goes, but it is indicative of how the game can go. Where, yeah, it was really like this, we didn't bring it to Yokohama because of Victor. Marionette is difficult, but it is a winnable game. But Marionette and Victor together, it's too much. All right. Gravy Bones. I want to go first. Crown EP. Snapdragon is fine. We are on Bonds, Inertia, Art of Desire, Warmongers. I think we can play 64. Let's see if this Slippy knows how to play around Gravy. Against Gravy Bones, I am going to just send, because my deck does that well. We're going to do a little check to see if they have allies in hand. The nice thing about Slippy Gravy is that I can win through fatigue or damage. It just depends on how the game goes, and generally it depends on how Gravy's game goes. So if the Gravy finds like 3 Conquerors super early, then I can play the fatigue game. I'm probably leaking damage. Hit 1. Do I think the new Aurora will be good into Victor? I don't. Not with the cards we've seen. So what we're really missing from Aurora right now... Oh, this hand is not good. I think I wanted to board out the spikes. I think that's what I forgot about this matchup. Is I needed to board out the spike with Blood Rots. Yeah, this is bad. This is, this hand is really bad. We are in trouble. Do I think the new Aurora will be good into Victor? I'm considering making the deck, but there is a very strong Victor in my LGS. So what we're currently missing from Aurora is a way to deal with Guardian. And that might just be part of it, that she doesn't have a way to deal with Guardian, which would make sense because that was everyone's problem with original Aurora, is that she had Flicker Wisp, which was her way to get around these defensive decks that would punish you. Gravy's chosen War. I will choose War. To arsenal this codex, which I won't be able to play. I draw another codex, which I won't be able to play. So far, things are not going well. Oh my god. What a turn. What a turn to have the Rabbles. Sheesh. Is Every Gravy doing this? Is this what Every Gravy is on right now? It's just on the natty rolls. I don't know how I'm gonna come back. I guess I'm on the fatigue plan now. Should we block 3 on the Restless? I mean, this doesn't super matter. Yeah, I mean, this list is clearly very good. It's doing aggressive things and has 4 allies in the yard on turn 2, so I don't feel great about it. Some Cinder Necromancer just going wide. Yeah, that was an insane Warmonger's hand for them. Yeah, so Aurora's missing a way to beat Guardian, but like that was everyone's problem with her originally, was that she should not have been able to beat Guardian, and she did. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Aurora does just lose to Victor. Because that's what the deck should do. The deck shouldn't be able to do well into Guardians. Ugh. Yeah. Remember this, if you're going to play Slippy into Gravy. Board out the spike with Blood Rots. They're really bad into Gravy. And that's what I forgot. I'm going to have a hard time with the Chum, too. I think this game is already over, honestly. I mean, that was nuts. I'm not going to play this one out. We can't come back from this game. This game is already over. Blue Pummel, like, my god. Yeah, that deck was sick. If I was going to play Gravy, I'd play that list. Because holy shit. That was super cool. I feel like they might have drawn pretty well, but still, like, we're not getting out of that situation. I'm down like 15 points. They have 4 allies in the yard. There's no way. I have to keep clearing the allies, so I can't pressure the hand, and so they are going to get to set up the pummels. Like, We're not getting out of it. Another Marionette. They choose to go first. That's interesting. I strongly disagree. We'll just try this again. Yeah, that was not going to be a good game, and I was going to get frustrated playing it. Ugh. Especially seeing the double spike that early. It was like, oh, just a reminder that I boarded poorly. That I did the wrong thing. This is a hand of cards. Have an infect. Play your incision or whatever. Just like super get me. Nobody expects the gravy to pummel. No. I think their draws are pretty good too. Like, I'm not going to say that that's how they got me, but their draws were... that gravy drew very well. 4 allies in the graveyard by turn 2 is a really hot start. This is a hand of cards. Man, that's good to see. Wow, you're gonna... holy... what a skillful line of play. That's so insane. Wow, my god, you turned into Orb Weaver using Assassin Traverse the Universe. Character limit ain't high enough. Would be an order opponent didn't naturally turn into Orb Weaver. I'm really curious to see if LSS does anything to Marionette with the Omens bans. Because, like, yeah, they really hit like Acilio, as we know it, is dead. Which means that Marionette is like far and away the best deck. And I wonder if they are okay with that. Or if they're going to start banning stuff from Marionette. I think I'm just getting hit, unfortunately. I'll banish the Warmongers, because you already have the Calicera. What am I doing? I would like to block with this Black Widow at some point. Because it's the best deck. We know we'll stay largely the same come Omens. Oof. I guess you lose a card too, but... I don't think I'm blocking this, because I didn't bring Black Tech. Which is probably wrong. So I'll just let you take a pain in the backside. And then you just get it. Let Mario say at the top, I love having a deck to beat up on since Verdance and KO left. It's just so, like, clearly the best deck at this point. Hey, they can't buy their boots back. Looking at the gravy list, what the hell is even that? Clearly very good. How did it do at the calling? Because I know it didn't win. It top-8'd, right? Not playing the third Fearless makes sense. It's like not playing the second Reckless Swing. You show them one, and now they're going to assume that you're doing more. Talishar, please. Alright, here's my leave no witnesses. Please respect it. He top-8'd. Yeah, the list is sick. Very aggressive. Ah, just have the shelter. Of course. Spinneret here is interesting. Calistro 5 go again. I'm not blocking that. Detox, why not? Alright, so we are going to go Rabble. Yellow on top, awesome. To Rabble, yellow on top, love to see it. I'm going to flick my Orbitoclast. Make a resource. Spinneret into Calistro for 4 go again. Into Codex. Please respect it. The bold one of Syncbelows and Fiddler's Green is definitely a choice. Fiddler's for Dagger Deck, Sync is just a consistency piece. It makes sense. Hey, you would take up the mantle in Arsenal too. Cut from, I get marked, ugh. To Savor, wow, they don't even have to use their flick here. I don't even get them with the shelter blowout. Golly, this deck sometimes. What am I doing? What can I take up into? I can take up into Infect or Mark. I guess I just block with T-Tox. Could also block with Crown. I don't think I need to do that now. Draw a card. What's your card? Leave no witnesses. Well, at least I get to play around that now. Send my Rabble. Hey, we hit this time. I get to decide if I want to take up here. I think I do. Put a counter on the vest. We take up into Mark of the Black Widow. I get to at least be somewhat disruptive. And then I get to send my little Chelly. Worst comes we can filter it away. Oh yeah, filter away the fiddlers. That's always a cool line. I'm happy to see Gravy doing so well because I feel like everyone forgot that that deck is actually really powerful. And any attention that we can draw to Gravy being really powerful is something that I support. I get a Tunic. Boy, I sure hope this game goes long enough to punish you for that. This hand is really good if I get to keep it. I think I do just need to get marked. Like there's no, I can't afford to block this Clave. This could be lethal in a bunch of different ways because I gotta play around T-Tox. Alright, what's next? Meat Madness for 4. So we go block with Vest, block with Spinneret. No, I block with Spinneret. I get hit. I hope that you lose. You have a 33% to actually like hurt me. Every time. Oh, that's brutal. Have a lobotomy. I thought you hated gravy like everyone's. No. I do hate gravy. I need people to remember that gravy is good so that, like, maybe it gets bans, right? That's what I'm hoping for. Have an orbitoclast. No. One-third of the time, every time. I've been getting hit by it a lot today. That's the second 33% that I've gotten hit by. She's like, come on. Knock that off. Well, at least I got this going for me. You also chose Leave No Witnesses. Gravy will never have enough bans. Overcrowded. It's broken. Kiss into Leave No is bad for me. All right, let's think. There are a few ways that I can get got here. I block with a 3. They flick the clave. Take me to 2. The kiss hits, I die. So I think I need to not block this. I think I'm sinking this. And then am I sinking from hand? I believe the answer is no. I mean, this is spooky. Like, the kiss of death here is like, what a pull. Lock with creep. You're gonna flick me down to 1. I need to strip your hand, which is not undoable. Given that I have a Codex of Frailty. Have a Meat Madness. Gravy hasn't really been relevant since they banned Sharp. Well, Gravy just hasn't been relevant because of Acilio, right? Like, you just get blown up. But Acilio's another one that's going away. Rose, how do you think Gravy's going to do into Ziggy? Oh, you have overcrowded. I think this is still fine. But yeah, oh my god. Yeah, that's really good. Is it worth flicking here? So I just need shelter. No. Nope. Too good. We were unable to get there. We tried our best, but sadly, our opponent both drew well and was able to convert being Marionette. Acilio is a major factor, but they gutted the deck's consistency to the point where you have to be extremely skilled or high roll everyone to win. I mean, is that bad, though, that you have to be extremely skilled to pilot a deck that is easily one of the strongest if allowed to do its thing? I think I want to go second into Yarl. And then we board up. What did I play last time? 67. It just wasn't the shelters. That seemed fine. Okay, but if you take away any allies, that is Gravy's strength. Let's take away Chum. It's almost as if, I don't know, silver bullet cards are good and healthy for the metagame. I, for one, think Overcrowded is a net positive for the game, like Pilfer. No, I mean, the Overcrowded there was sick. Like, I think it was... I'm not, like... unhappy that I'm unhappy that I lost the game in as much as I like losing game, or I like winning games, but I'm not surprised that the gravy got me there, or that the marionette got me there. It's an extremely unfavored matchup. Okay, with the turn 0 crumbles. Only I'm allowed to do that. Realistically, you can't ban ally. If you take away allies, what's the point of playing gravy then? I mean, the allies are still extremely strong. Some of the fairest LSSs made so far. I don't know that I would call Chum fair. But I agree, gravy has not been a problem for a while. As the marionette you just played, thank you for the game, Kadachi Lock. I really thought I had you until you had the overcrowded, and then it was just over. And then it was not a real game of flesh and blood anymore. Getting the shelter here is fine. Yeah, aggro gravy is pretty sick. But what if you didn't enjoy playing Syndra? What if Syndra was some of the least fun you've ever had playing Flesh and Blood? Yeah, I thought I had you. It was the, what really got me was the, blanking on it. The cut from the same cloth where you, God, the cut from the same cloth where you, I just had the reaction was so infuriating. I'm like, oh great, so you don't need to flick your clave. I can't get you with the shelter from the storm that would have stopped that turn. It's just like, of course you had it. Of course you had it while I had the reaction, and I can't play around it. Sick. It was a close game. It's like, I just need things to go so poorly for Marionette. And they kind of did for you. I found more codexes than you did. But you had the overcrowded that got you out of it. It was like, ugh, could you not? At least Chum doesn't say, hey, I'm going to end your turn no matter what you do unless you somehow make extra action points. Until you get time walked by a double fearless, and the Chum is fair argument is thrown out the damn window. I think the Chum is fair is thrown out the window as soon as you just can't do 6 damage in a turn. No, I'm sorry, Rose. I should not complain about Gravy. Gravy is like perfectly fine in the current meta, and as soon as we get more lightning stuff, Gravy is like, there's no way Gravy beats Aurora. Arc Lightning just dumps on your whole thing. Ooh, and Oakenold. Now, this is less than ideal. Have a Warmongers. No, not this. We do want to send the Clave. I appreciate the consistency. Fearless targeting allies was a mistake. Can we agree on that at least? I mean, Fearless is a mistake. Fearless not being Guardian specific is a mistake. Have an Orbitoclast. No. Have a cut through. Have a Calycera. They could give me Stalagmite here and protect the arsenal, like end my turn. Kind of okay. Let's see what they are sitting on that they were so excited. Wait. I forgot that I would have my doodad. Yes. I forgot that my dagger would hit, and I have a piece of equipment. They give me CNC. I wonder if they were going to CNC pummel me. Oh, it's just frozen to death. Okay. That sucks. What am I doing? I'm doing Creep, Pitch, Black Widow. Getting the flick is good for them. Especially this build, playing like Frost Fangs. I think it's very important that they sniped my gloves. But I have a Calicera set up. I've played a Lobotomy, so it's like not terrible. This game will go better for this Yarl than it did for the last Yarl because I don't have the flick knives, especially for Kiss of Death. And I have an open armor slot for a deck that is playing ice attacks. Huh. What are you holding? They did not sink a card. So they... That's a very interesting block. And it... Like, they clearly want to protect this 3-card hand, but, like, why? I mean, it could be Oakenold. Oh, it's CNC, no pummel. Have a Take Up and a Bonds? Pretty sure this is Teklo's Yarl build. Did he bring this to Yokohama? I know he was going to. I'm very interested in trying Frost Fang in Yarl. I still think Shield Beater is a trap. Am I going to T-Tox this Infect? I think so. Well, now I'm not. Yeah, I guess that ends my turn. I could have T-Toxed there, but why? Hey, it's another T-Tox. You are Frost Fanging me. You could pummel this, which would be bad for me. My line is going to be... I'm just blocking here. And if you have the pummel, then you have the pummel. I'm going to send the Infiltrate because I'm really looking for an opportunity to clear my T-Tox, which I can't do if I play the Rattle. Not that I'm expecting to infiltrate anything. Just based on how Yarl's deck works and the fact that mine doesn't play blues, but I mean, there's always a chance. I could like hit a Crumble here, I guess. Have you ever met someone as skillful as I? They have so much earth in their graveyard. There's no advantage to me not playing this. You are gonna go on Crown of... No, going on Stalagmite doesn't matter. Because I get the Frostbite either way. I guess you go on Crown. Division. The Dominate is not nothing. There's definitely a world where the Dominate does something. It's not this world. What's really impactful here was just the fact that I banished an Earth card and then immediately got it out of the banish. So that this Felling will banish Earth, but the Felling is off, which is like so incredible. So we're going to bottom Desire Body. I am not going to block this Felling. Our line is pretty simple. We go Kiss, Pain. Oh, I can't flick the Kiss. We go Kiss, Pain, Leave No Witnesses. Depending on what the Yarl does with the arsenal. So Codex gets really bad when your opponent has Felling in the graveyard. Unless our opponent can't clear their arsenal, and then Codex is really good. So we're going to see what the Yarl does. Yeah, like the crumble there isn't insane. It isn't like, holy shit, what a draw. It was more like, oh wow, there's like one card in Yarl's deck that I can play, and I found it. I guess I could play Everbloom. Playing Everbloom would be kind of sick, actually. I just get to pick, like, put a Leave No Witnesses back, or a Pain in the Backside back in my deck or something. That'd be kind of cool. Ooh, you're just gonna give me this? I'm going to put a counter on my Vest to make sure that I can play the Codex Leave No Witnesses in case Yarl decides to get a little feisty with the Stalagmite. So they have to respect the Leave No. They don't get their Felling back. This is my second Codex, so I'm not unhappy about it. Shelter's fine. I still get a card from my arsenal. Ooh, Sync for the arsenal is pretty good. So this has got to be a defense reaction? What am I doing? We're gonna bottom Kiss. Do I want to sync anything? I don't think so. I think I'm fine to not sync a card. Sadly, I can't flick to clear a slot for this Orb Weaver. I do just get value from it. Let's go ahead and send the Art of Desire, which has a chance to hit something, as opposed to the Meat Madness, which, as we know, will definitely hit the 33%. Oh, there was that in that Mario game too. Why I lost that one was the friggin' Meat Madness was at 33%. Do you react? No. Gamers. And I hit a Sync below? That's a good one. Wow. I'm like, oh, and I didn't up the Earth count. Well, that doesn't matter. Pourquoi? I will happily take a Stalagmite here. And a the well-grounded doesn't super matter anymore. I'm like, wow, now my flick is free. This is, oh, it's Plow Under. Like, it's got to be CNC. This could be Pummel. I'm blocking with Mark. If it's Tunic Pummel, that's, I don't know, fine. What do I not want? Probably Infiltrate. They're already on, so it isn't like Bonds of Attraction banishing a card here isn't bad. I might gain a life out of it. Banish the top card of their deck, then banish a card from their graveyard. Or this banishes a card. If this has banish another card with the same color, gain 1. If they're playing Remembrance into me, I could turn that off. We are just going to Razor's Edge here. While we can. I get a blue. So hit the Everbloom so that they can't loot me. You're a little late. there a way to make this reasonable? The spike does nothing. I don't think so. I think I'm just blocking 5 here and then sending Leave No Witnesses for 4. Arsenal my Codex and hope that I don't get CNC'd. Have a Leave now. The Codex is like fine-ish. I just need to find a spot where I'm not going to get fellinged as a response. Or plowed. Basically, I need Yarl to have an arsenal when I play this Codex. Oak and Old Fuse. Felling a channel, Jesus. So I'm just getting hit by this. Any of these 3, any of these 4? I think it's fine. I also don't need to block this. What I would really want is just to not be holding 2 stealth cards. I think I'm fine to get hit by this. It's like not great, but it's workable. So we're gonna go pick up the point. The Orb Weaver is a little awkward because I can't pay for the Calicera, so what I'm gonna do instead of Codex Leave No Witnesses is I am going to Orb Weaver Codex Meat Madness. I'm assuming this is felling an arsenal, because to me that makes the most sense, as opposed to the CLF. Should I spend 1 or 2 weeks in Paris? I think you spend, so I personally am spending 1 week in Paris, and then we're deciding on 1 week in Portugal or Ireland. Arsenal. Arsenal 1 time. Oh, never mind. All right. Huh. I wonder if I'm getting fellinged. At least it's only for 7. Okay. What does my hand do besides have a Kiss of Death in it? So my hand bottoms Lobotomy. And then I go... I don't even need to block this. Yeah, we're trying to decide where we want to go after. We got some ideas. So yeah, it doesn't have to be 2 weeks in Paris. I think we're going to show up early. And I'm hoping to get all of my PT testing done before I get there, so that we can just spend like a few days leading up to the PT just hanging out, having fun. I like that. Ah, our opponent drew a Guardian hand. Have a Kiss of Death. No. Please give me a card for my arsenal. Or from your hand. Either way. That's 3 pummels. I go to Rome and take a train up. That'd be fun. It's just like Europe is just such a cool place. I'm sure it feels less cool if you live there and you've done it all before, but being an American who cannot easily travel between country lines, It's like very cool that you get to just experience a bunch of different cultures. We kind of have that with states, but the difference between like California and Oregon is not the same as the difference between France and Portugal. I'm trying. I am trying to fatigue. I did bring more cards than they did. So it isn't like, I don't know, it's not so incredible. You're a dumb American, I want to see. I mean, I get it. I am also a dumb American. That's why I'm excited to just travel abroad. It's like, there's other stuff going, wow. This country has other stuff going on. We're just converting hands at this point. So they have a shelter left, or a sink below. I'm going to take up the mantle here. I'm snatching, so it makes sense that I would not want to IP this card. Banish from hand, we're so up. No, I mean this is what can happen to Yarl in this matchup is they fall into it. So I thought when we were testing Slippy in Metal Fab, we were like, Yarl is unwinnable. Like you sit down against a Yarl, you just go to lunch. You're giving me a tunic. You're agreeing to never attack me with your hammer ever again. We're like, Yarl is unwinnable. You just go to lunch. And then we started playing the matchup, and it's like, oh, actually, like eventually you can just pitch through Channel Lake Frigids. Like they need to stop you. But for the most part, you're just doing a Syndra impression. What's your CNC count? You still have one? It could be this. Which means I will need to block. Never mind. It's not that. Well, this is a little awkward. It's a little Akko Taco. Cut through on top. No, I did this wrong. I need to do Calicera. I think I'm probably fine to hold Razor's Edge. No, I should send the Clave. Excuse me? You got it, buddy. I love when my opponents overly respect T-Tox. Do I even have any? I have 2 T-Toxes left? Okay. Our Yarl really wants to get fatigued. All right, Calicera connects, which means that I can put a counter on my vest, which will let me attack with Clave. Our opponent gets marked for me. Yeah, they like overly respected the T-Tox into not respecting the Clave. I also forgot that I would not have go again on this. Okay. That keeps you alive. Which means you're getting hit by this. I do not have a Black Widow in here. I just find Meat Madness. Top of the deck. All right, so I sequenced that turn incorrectly. It should have been Calicera, cut through Clave. Looking old for 9. What does this hand do? This hand does cool things. This hand does block 7, sink the Razor's Edge. Find an attack. That's good. Opponent has 6 cards left. There's no way. All right, now let's see how they respect T-Tox. Now I don't even have to T-Tox. Depending on how they block it, I can just sit on it. Yeah, I don't need to overly care about what they're doing. I can also just shred whatever blocks the Mark of the Black Widow. Like at this point, the cut through threatens to put them to 1, which puts them in lethal from Clave. Opponent gives us the good game. Yeah, this... I would need to test more into Yarl, of course, but yeah, this matchup feels much better than I thought it would. Like, they can get there. I've lost to Yarl internally, but my teammate was just, like, ripping double-fused Oakenolds like it was too much. But if the Yarl plays a very Yarl game and, like, takes damage to break the flick and is not being overly aggressive, then you just kill him. You just are Syndra. We had 13 cards left in our deck. 12 cards left in our 13 with the card in hand, but we had 12 cards left in our deck. To our opponent's 4. We would have gotten one of these, so they had 3 to our 12, and we only boarded up to 67. Yeah, like this... That's two Yarl games that we just got there. So I think this deck is really solid. What did we lose to? 2 Marionettes expected. The Gravy Bones. Very aggressive Gravy Bones. I think that feels right. I would need to test that matchup more. And we did leave the spikes in and I saw them, which I didn't want to. But yeah, that matchup seemed really bad. But overall, I think this deck is super solid. You need to get lucky against Marionette, and you kind of don't want to see Victor, but besides those two, you're pretty happy into a lot of the most represented decks in the format. But I'm going to call it for today. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed watching this fun little take on Redline Slippy. Want to play it more in the future, but Thursday is Valda, Lands of Lemuria. You're welcome. If you're not there on Thursday, I'm going to be mad at you. Valda Thursday, Yarl Friday. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Tuesday, Wednesday. See me on Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard. And until then, take care.